Everyone getting ready.
I know, and everyone wants to see the forecast. Let's send it over now to meteorologist Chesley McNeil, who is tracking where this thing is. We've already been seeing some images out of Houston, Chesley, and that's what's headed our way.
Absolutely. This is a big system, right? And we are looking at that system making its way closer, or at least further over toward us as we get through the day. The air low pressure is back down here to the south, and that's what's going to drag a lot of this moisture over our way. You can see already starting to see some of that begin to push in. Now, we are under a ice storm warning. It really kicks in about 1 o'clock this afternoon and will last right on through Monday. But you can see how widespread the area is. Yesterday, this was up toward the north and east, and now Atlanta is covered in that. It's in these areas here where we're at least anticipating a significant amount of ice. A little bit does enough damage, right? And so we're expecting higher totals to be, especially up here to this northeastern corridor. So we're looking at this ice storm warning, again, lasting until Monday. Outside of that is where you have the winter weather advisory, where we'll get lighter accumulations, but there will be some issues. So you just want to stay off the roads. Can't stress that enough, right? We've been talking about that for a while now, where you want to just stay off the roads, let GDOT do their thing. And you may want to have a plan where you stay inside at least through Monday, because colder air on the backside of this will continue to linger these impacts. All right, what kind of impacts are we talking about? Of course, in the higher accumulation areas, dangerous travel where you can't even get out, and also power outages, which could last a very long time. And with this cold temperatures, may not have a heating source, that could lead to some other problems for us. All right, so we'll continue to watch this as we head right on through the day today. Not expecting those ice accumulations to pick up until we get to tonight into tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, this is going to be with us and may even linger into the afternoon. We're talking about amounts up to about 1/4 of an inch widespread. You can see that from Murrayville up toward Tiger, over toward Anderson, into South Carolina. That's where we'll be looking at those totals getting up to about 3/4 of an inch of ice. And then a little bit further down toward the metro area, talking about anywhere from, let's say, 1/4 of an inch, maybe up to 1/2 inch of ice. Places like Alpharetta, down toward Atlanta Social Circle, up toward Talking Rock, which will lead to some problems as well. You talk about numerous power outages here. The further south you go, you got lower totals, but you need to be on the lookout as well. We're already starting to see some of this begin to reach the ground up to the far north. Now, again, we are looking at, in our area, by and large, at least 1/4 of an inch of ice, okay? And here's the impacts from that. Icy roads, obviously, don't want to be out. Icy sidewalks as well. Not even walking is going to be safe. Tree limbs sagging and also breaking. So as the ice begins to accumulate, it's going to weigh things down. And that's where we see those trees beginning to sag. Those could fall into power lines, even power lines sagging as well because of the weight of that ice. So it winds up being numerous power outages. And it's going to take a while to get those back online, obviously, because of that ice that's out there and trying to get to those outages. So we'll be looking at that as well. Right now, if you look at the radar up here to the north, where you saw a little bit of light precipitation coming down, could be in the form of snow, certainly in the higher elevations, but also some mixing taking place. I was looking at Georgia's Rome, where so far it's been on the liquid side, so maybe a few isolated showers there, and that's extending all the way over into the Athens area, where haven't seen any reports of any rain coming down, still saturating the upper levels. Eventually that will reach to the ground. Nothing here in metro Atlanta or down to the south, but eventually that will begin to move in, and we're expecting some major impacts around our area. Let's go over to meteorologist Nicole Hartford with more.
Thanks, Chesley. And as we go throughout the next couple hours, more locations will start to see that transition from just a cold rain to more of a freezing rain or a wintry mix. So far, most of what we're seeing, at least reaching the ground, has been in the far northern counties, and that will be the case for a good chunk of the day today. As we go throughout the day, though, that's when we start to bring in that potential for not only more shower activity, but that transition to a little bit more wintry mix. So things won't really start to pick up until later in this afternoon. By 5, 6, 7 o'clock, temperatures will be dropping, and even a small couple degree difference will have big impacts to the type of precipitation that is falling. So this particular forecast model has us mostly above freezing throughout the daytime hours, which means anything that would fall across the Atlanta metro would be rain. The exception is going to be those northern counties where temperatures fall down into the 20s and the low 30s a little bit faster. Overnight tonight, things will start to deteriorate really quickly. So by midnight, we're down into the 20s and low 30s. We're seeing widespread freezing rain. And as ground temperatures and road temperatures get down below the freezing point as well, that's when we'll really start to see the icy roads take over and that potential for some tree limbs that fall because of the weight of the ice, and even power lines, which will lead to power outages. Throughout the next 24 hours, those temperatures will drop. And then by tomorrow morning, we're waking up to still freezing rain in many locations. So this means multiple hours of a mix of freezing rain and sleet across the bulk of North Georgia. Now into Sunday during the day, things may start to change again. We'll warm up ever so slightly, which will allow in a lot of spots through the Atlanta metro and down towards the south and the west for that transition to go back from freezing rain and sleet to just a cold rainfall. And this is as much heavier rain moves in. So as those temperatures slightly warm up, that will help us get rid of some of the freezing rain. There are some exceptions there too as well, because our high temperatures may not end up getting above freezing up towards the northeast of the city, which will keep freezing rainfall throughout the bulk of the day tomorrow there. Because of that, we're expecting the biggest impacts up towards the northeast of the city. The further southwest you go, the less the impact is going to be. But no matter where you are tonight and tomorrow morning, especially, I'm anticipating hazardous roads as well as power outages from the weight of the ice. It's important to note as well that temperatures will tumble into Monday and Tuesday. That's when we bring in cold air. So even though the rain and freezing rain comes to an end on Sunday night, a lot of spots will still have water on the road by Monday morning, and that will refreeze as ice. So Monday morning may still bring slick conditions across a good portion of the area. Temperatures will take some time to warm up. Some spots won't climb above freezing until Tuesday afternoon. Stick around. We'll have more weather coverage coming up after the break.